Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Racin-Teach. This here is Robert, and we're here to bring you some holiday stocking stuffer ideas. So today we're looking at some products from Topeak. Now, you know, Topeak's been in the industry for a long time. They've come up with some really cool, ingenious little items that can make perfect stocking stuffers for that cyclist who thinks they have everything, but they don't really have everything. So let's start off with lighting and whatnot. So inside this bag, and I'm going to talk about this bag in a little bit, it's called the burrito bag. We'll talk about this towards the end here. But I'll just tell you right now, inside that bag I was just holding up, there are 2 lights in there, believe it or not. Yeah, exactly. And actually lights that are useful, lights that you'll actually see out of, like see using while you're using them. So let me go ahead and get them out of here. I did it previously here. So the first light we're going to talk about is called the Headlux 450, and that is this little guy right here in my hand, this little guy. So the Headlux 450 is their it's a small compact 450 lumen LED. You know, everything's LEDs, right? Light right now, and you can take a look at this guy. It has standard, you know, high, low, high, medium, low, and then even blinking for your daily commute. Real good idea these days to use a daytime running light on your bike. Cars are doing it. Why not throw one on the bike, right? Just an extra sense of visibility. Topeak's design is really cool. Multi ways to mount it. You mount them on your handlebars, mount your handlebars on your helmet, handlebars, whatever you want to mount it. It gives you some rubber bands and some different ways to loop them. It shows you in the manual how you can loop the bands to actually secure this thing in place wherever you want to do it. So really cool, USB chargeable. And what's really neat is like the cover is like it's actually a good integrated design where like really seals in there. It's not little, so it's not like the little rubber tab that you pull too hard, it tears off and now you have an exposed charging port. This guy fully seals around the entire edge in here, so it's a good fit. Keeps this guy waterproof and sealed in there, and it's got a real good rating on the waterproofing. So that's the Headlux 450. They also have a 150, I remember, and I think a 2 or a 3 in there as well, something in the middle. So you got a little bit of everything in there. Take a look at topeak.com for more of them. That's the 450. Now I've used that as a helmet light. I really liked it in the dirt as a helmet light. I've actually used it skating. I attached it to my roller blades, believe it or not, and used that at night. So however you want to use it, you can use it. That's what's so great about it. It's got different mounting options, so it's really cool. The other thing they've come up with is what's called the Taillux. Now I've got the Taillux 100, and it's a nice little standard tail light. Taillux, Headlux, you know, get the idea there. So Taillux, and this uses some different ways of projecting light. It actually uses a spot and a flood. So you're actually going to get a couple of different ways of light being transmitted out. And it's going to have a wide beam, wide pattern, and then it's going to have that directed light. So really cool way to get in there. All the different modes here, the standard different modes. I really like the solid mode at night, and I kind of like the blinking modes during the day. There's a couple of different studies, and you can look online and read about what feels what, but personally that solid light at night in low light conditions I think is a little better. It actually allows you to really see as a driver. Think about it as a driver, you're going to notice a red light more than you're going to notice a blinking light, especially if you catch it between blinks. So that's my opinion. You know, what does that matter? Who knows? But anyways, I like to do that. So the headlight runs at about 50 bucks anywhere. You find them online. Different cycling retailers have them online. Most shops will have them. It's probably around $49.95 for the headlight. And the tail light was $44.95 is what I saw kind of average on a couple of other bicycle shop retailers as well online. Like I said, visit your local shop first if you can, see if they carry them. I mean, we know the times right now are difficult, so hopefully they've got some in stock here. I know Topeak's doing their part trying to get it out there. All right, and the other thing we got going on here today, so another great holiday idea. Now, you can never have enough multi-tools, right? Well, and you know, nowadays our multi-tool has to evolve. It's not just about, you know, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and maybe an 8mm hex key with a screwdriver, flat, and Phillips, whatever. We actually now need to get more involved with becoming more efficient about carrying stuff. So we have more to carry. Like now we not only have our Allen keys, but now, oh wait, we gotta have our tire tools to repair our tubeless tires, things like that. Now, if we're running tubeless in mountain bike or road, we know that a standard patch kit doesn't really cut it anymore. We need to use some sort of plugging device. Lots of great plugging devices out there, but the tried and true that seems to always work no matter what, most of the time, depending on how big the hole is bacon strips. So Topeak came up with a tool called the, I want to say Tubby 18 or Tubi 18. I have, you know, the teacher in me wants to say it one way, and I don't know. But TUBI 18 basically tools here. Now what's really cool about this guy is it's got all your standard stuff in there. It's got your Torx bits, your hex keys, a screwdriver. This one has a little blade in there for cutting, a little cutting saw. But what's really cool, there's a couple factors I really liked about this. Number one, it's got this little storage container right here, and I'll tell you what's in there in a second. But I'll give you a hint. These two devices are probably going to help you right there. See these two devices? These two right here are actually, this is for plugging in your bacon strip. This is for kind of making the hole a little bigger if it's too small to get the bacon strips in. So, you know, and you can look up videos on how to actually plug your tire if you're not familiar with it. It's pretty simple. Jab in, pull out. But the tool itself is really cool. I like the fact that it carries everything in there. It's a nice tight fitting, you know, and if it does develop play, they still allow you to adjust the tool, because yes, they do eventually get loose, especially rattling around in a bag, but we may have that solution figured out. Now here's the cool thing. This little compartment I was showing you about, it actually slides out, and inside there are bacon strips. So it comes with bacon strips to fix your tubeless tires already. When you're done, you pull your strip out and you slide this back in place, close it up, throw it back in your pouch, your back pocket, whatever you want to do. Everything you need to fix your tubeless tire right there. Okay, that is the Tubby or Tubi 18. They retail for about 30 something and change. Take a look around, saw different prices on it. I think the lowest price I saw was like $32 at one of the bicycle retailers online. But like I said, once again, let's try to support our shops. They're, you know, they've been working hard, but they still need us in there, okay, to help keep them afloat. Times are tough. All right, and here we go. Now here's one of the really coolest things. Once again, we've got to utilize the space we have on our bikes. There's a lot of wasted space, and we want to store different things, especially if you're into bike packing, gravel biking, whatever. You need to have stuff with you, okay? We never know what's going to happen. The other thing too is a lot of bike configuration frames make it difficult to use water bottle cages sometimes in certain configurations. So Topeak came out with the Ninja line, and what's really cool with this is that this is a water bottle cage and tool mounting, I don't know what to call it, but interface basically, where you've got different little compartments. So this case here, this is actually a tool in here, and I'll show you this in a second, a small compartment toolbox, and it stores in there nice locked in positive latch system, no rubber bands or anything like that. This is like a nice locking, probably submersible. I'm pretty sure I could take it and dump it in the water, it'd be fine. But this cage is what gets me, because check this out. So let's say I want my cage to exit out this way. Great, no problem. Well, you know what? I don't like that. I'm just going to take it, flip it around, and guess what? Now I have alternate side exit for my water bottles. Really good. You got small frames. You're not sure how you want to configure your stuff out. Also, if you have different mounts on your bike and you want to mount the cage a certain way. So really cool for us, because we can change up our mounting of water bottles. But also for the dealers, guess what? You don't have to carry so many SKUs. Now you just carry one. Just order me an Ninja cage, because it could be either one. Okay? So the tools brackets themselves, the tool kit. Now I believe this is a kit. This one I got here was a kit. It had, it actually had the everything as one. I believe this was the Ninja TC Mountain based on the tool. Now they have road and mountain specific. Okay, so you can go whichever one you want to put it on. So if I want to put it on my mountain bike or my gravel bike, pick the tool that's going to have what you need. They have different ones. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pull this off real quick. So this is the module, and this little lever here releases it. So if you want to take it off your bike to go whatever, fine. You can just press that, you twist and turn it, pops right off. All good. Now even if you turn it, it's not coming off, so you can mount this thing sideways if you wanted to. Okay, so it's kind of cool. You can just turn it. They're locked in this way, locked in straight. If you don't have the frame clearance for it, you can do it this way as well. So it's got a positive lever here that actually releases the whole mechanism from the cage, so you don't have to, you know, leave it in there. Maybe you want to, it's fine. The lever flips open, you hear it snap, it releases, and there's the tool inside. This one has a chain breaker on it, a bunch of really cool micro tools in there. I believe it also has a spoke wrench type device in here. Got a lot of different things in here. So you know, and I think one of the best things about this particular tool is I like the cover. I really like the rubber cover, rubber band. Keeps all these tools in place. Like if they ever get really loose, they don't start wobbling around and stuff like that. So it's got a little small chain brake tool on it. It's got the Allen hex key to actually tighten that up. It's got some leverage on it, so you get some leverage on it. One thing with these tools, like I said, these are great emergency tools. I think by all manufacturers, we're trying to get compact to have it in the emergency, so it shouldn't be your everyday major adjustment tools. This is that emergency tool that you have out there on the road. Okay, so it'll get you out of a bind. It does not have a lot of high leverage because they're small bits, but the unit, you can get in there if you need to. Okay, it's just enough to get you home. You shouldn't be doing your regular bike maintenance using one of these tools. That's not what they're for. They're definitely to get you home, get you out of a bind. I've used them many times out on the road, and they're not the fastest, and I'm sitting there wishing I had my tools at home, but guess what? They make it so that you can have them and get home and not have to Uber it. Okay, so there we go. Take a look at this, the Topeak. This was the Ninja, I believe, Mountain TC. I could be wrong, could be the road one. I forgot to check the specs. Fits right back inside every time. Don't have to worry about which way it went in. It only goes in one way. Lock it up, strap it back on the bike, good to go, out of here. Ninja cage with tools, I think, was retailing for about 35 bucks or so, somewhere around there. Like, once again, those are just internet search prices. They could be higher, they could be lower. Okay, it's a different time. And our last stocking stuffer of the day is the Topeak burrito bag. No, there's no burrito in there. Sorry, guys. I know, my bad. But yeah, there's a really cool bag. Velcro, one nice big piece of Velcro there. And it's got some range too. It's got some good size. So if the bag gets really bulky up here, you can still zip it up. But even if you can't Velcro it, you can still roll it and secure it. Okay, so basically how these bags work, and these are great if you're running a dropper, or you just don't have, or you want to mount it somewhere else. Maybe you don't want it on your seat, like a traditional seat bag. Cool thing is it's got rubberized straps, so you can pretty much strap this anywhere on your frame you want. Roll it up, strap it up, and you're good to go. So what's really cool is I'm going to take those lights, I'm going to stuff them in here with, oh, they even give you directions on how to use it. Boy, I'm telling you, Topeak gives you everything, right? Okay, so I'm shoving the lights in here, and I'm going to distribute. Now, one thing you want to do is distribute your load here, okay, because it's going to make for a better wrap. It's kind of like when you make a burrito. You want it nice and even, okay? So here we go. So you take that, and in there I've got the tool and the two lights. Let's say I'm just going to do a local little ride. I might run late. I just want to be covered. I don't want to put the light on the bike. You know, there's a lot of theft. I want to keep it where it's out of sight. So I'm going to take this and roll this up. All right, rolled it up. And now what's really cool is Topeak added some elastic straps here to actually help the roll. So we're going to put those straps on there. And these actually just hold the shape of the bag. So whatever you have in the bag that's in that roll, they're there. Okay, so now it's a rolled bag. Don't really know what's in it, right? Okay, so then you would take this, and using this strap, you just run it through the loop, and you would strap it where you need to strap it. Okay, so I think I just turned the light on inside. Cool. Anyways, all right, so that would take that, strap that on to your bike, wherever you want to do it, and voila, you have a burrito roll. Okay, it's a big fat burrito. Now, if you choose to put food in there, I highly suggest not to, but hey, whatever, you know. You might be able to carry some energy bars in here. Whatever you need to carry. Great for a dropper, great for small spaces. You just, someplace you need to carry a bag, way to go. And these retail for about $29. Not bad, okay? All right, so you want to look out more of what Topeak has to offer, go to topeak.com. You'll see everything, their entire product line. They even got a blog in there talking about all kinds of different things. Later on, we're going to talk about another Topeak item that is going to probably be a little bigger than a stocking stuffer, but you're going to enjoy it. So thanks for tuning in to the Racin-Teach. Go ahead and share with your friends, and let's grow this channel. You have ideas of something you want to see on here, reach out to me at, we used to be called Bike Sport Radio, but you can go ahead and reach out to me at Racin-Teach@gmail.com. All right, thanks for tuning in. Take care. We'll catch you soon.